Not everything changes overnight, but everything starts with one decision. You're watching The Shifted Self, where your mind finds strength, patience, and transformation. If you're serious about evolving, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. The road may be long, but here, you never walk alone. Don't let time discourage you. Let it shape you. It's going to take time, but it will be worth it. It's going to take time, and that's okay. I know you want to see results now. I know there are days when you wonder if all of this is really worth it. You look in the mirror and think, why am I not there yet? But I need to remind you of something. The time you're living through right now is not being wasted. It's being built. The frustration you feel, the comparisons that haunt you, the doubt whispering that maybe you're falling behind. It's all part of the process. The most valuable things in life don't come ready-made, and neither do you. You are in progress. Every mistake you make, every small step you take, every day you push forward, even when you're tired, it's all shaping you. The problem is that we've learned to romanticize the result, not the journey. We crave the applause, but avoid the silence. But it's in the silence that transformation takes place. If it feels like it's taking too long, it means you're being built with depth, because shallow things are made quickly, but what's real takes time. So breathe. Calm your urgency. You're not falling behind. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, in the middle of your process. The world may not see what you're building yet, but you know, and that alone is enough to keep going. Have you noticed how the world constantly pressures you to rush? As if you're always late for something? It has to be now. It has to work on the first try. It has to look perfect. Even if you're falling apart inside, that urgency isn't yours. It was taught, imposed. But your soul, it knows. It feels that anything truly meaningful needs time, needs roots, silence, phases no one else can see. The butterfly isn't born a butterfly. It breaks itself down completely inside the cocoon before it can fly. You're no different. Before you transform, you must let go of everything that no longer belongs to you. Other people's expectations, the fear of being judged, the addiction to approval, and that hurts. Growth hurts. Maturing hurts. Having patience while the whole world seems to speed up, that hurts too. But right now, in this very moment, while you feel like nothing is happening, your foundation is forming, and a solid foundation is what will hold you up when everything finally starts falling into place. Don't rush just to arrive faster. Stand firm so you can arrive stronger. Have you ever stopped to think that maybe what's slowing your journey is your expectation for speed? The idea that everything needs to happen fast, that if it doesn't happen now, it's already too late. But the truth is, speed and depth don't walk together. When you plant a tree, it doesn't grow the next day. It first sends its roots deep into the earth, firm, quietly, far from sight. Only after that does it begin to grow upward, because without roots, it can't stand. You're the same. There are days when it feels like nothing is changing, like you're standing still. But inside, so much is happening. You're getting organized, you're healing, you're learning to trust time instead of fighting it. And trusting time is one of the greatest signs of maturity, because it means you've realized that what S meant for you doesn't it need to be rushed. It needs to be respected. Respecting your own pace is an act of courage in a world that screams for speed. And when you start respecting yourself, things start aligning, not because everything suddenly gets fixed, but because you finally stop running from the very things that are shaping you. There will be days when you want to give up, when everything feels heavier than you can carry, when doubt shouts louder than your faith. And that's okay. Feeling that doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. You don't have to be strong all the time. You just have to keep going, even when everything inside you wants to stop. No one talks about this. The journey is made of ups and downs, days when you believe, and days when you just survive. And on the hard days, what keeps you standing isn't motivation. It's commitment. Commitment to who you want to be, to what you're building, to the life you deserve to live. And even if you don't see the results yet, they are being planted. With every morning you choose to try again, with every small choice that honors your big vision. It's not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about getting up even when you have no strength. It's about continuing even without knowing when it will work out. You don't have to run. You just have to not stop. You might feel like you're walking this path alone, but you're not. Many have stood exactly where you're standing now, and they made it because they chose to keep going. Look back and see how many battles you've already won. How many times you thought about giving up, but took one more step. Each step, no matter how small, is a victory. There is no finish line without this road of effort. Every challenge you overcome is a brick in the foundation of your story. And real stories are built on struggle, not shortcuts. You're writing your story right now with every decision, with every day of quiet effort. No one can take that away from you. So even when everything feels too hard, remember this: you're stronger than you think. And time, even when it feels like an enemy, is working in your favor. Be patient with yourself. Allow yourself to grow at your own pace. Because greatness isn't about speed. It's about depth. Maybe you don't see the results yet. Maybe no one is recognizing your effort. But that doesn't mean it's not valuable. A seed doesn't sprout the same day it's planted. There is an invisible space between planting and blooming, and that space is the most important of all. That's where you develop strength, discipline, clarity. It's in that space where you prove to yourself that you're committed, even without applause, even without guarantees, even without knowing for sure that it's going to work. It's easy to keep going when everything is going well. The real challenge is continuing when everything is quiet, when no one is watching, when the progress is happening inside. But it's in that silence where you build the foundation of your success, far from others' expectations, close to who you really are. So don't stop just because no one is watching. Keep going, because you know what you're building, and because you deserve to see the results of all this. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Your path is not a showcase. It's an intimate construction, built from choices only you understand. People will judge, doubt, ignore. But this isn't about them. It's about you and what you choose to do with the time you have. Stop wasting your energy trying to please or convince others. Redirect that energy to what really matters: your growth, your journey, your future. Other people's opinions don't pay your bills. They don't live your fears. They don't dream your dreams. You don't need anyone's approval to move forward. What you need is courage, focus, and patience with your own process. Every great builder faces criticism, but they don't abandon the work because of it. They keep going, brick by brick, even in silence, even when no one believes, because they know what they're building. And so do you. Remember, rushing is the enemy of consistency. Real success doesn't happen in a straight line or at high speed. It comes as a slow construction, built through daily discipline. You don't need giant leaps. You need small steps every single day. You need presence, intention, commitment to the basics. It's the simple things, done well, that build the extraordinary. And yes, there will be days of doubt, days when you question if all of this is worth it. But those are the most important days, because those are the days that test your decision. Will you give up because it's hard? Or will you keep going? Even afraid, that's where you separate yourself. Most people quit in moments of uncertainty. Few keep going, and those few, they're the ones who arrive. So don't underestimate the power of an ordinary day, of a quiet step, of a lonely choice no one else sees, because in the end, it all adds up. And one day, you'll look back and realize that was exactly what brought you here. You may not control time, but you do control what you do with it. Every wasted hour is a missed opportunity. Every distraction you feed is a disguised delay. And the world is full of distractions, full of tempting shortcuts, full of excuses dressed up as logic. But deep down, you know what needs to be done. You know where you're sabotaging yourself. You know what you're putting off. Discipline hurts. Consistency drains. But the frustration of not reaching what you truly want hurts far more. You won't wake up one day and have everything magically fixed. What will happen is the result of what you built in silence, when no one was watching, when everything inside you said to stop, and you kept going. That's how time starts working in your favor, not as something that pressures you, but as something that rewards you. Every day you choose what must be done instead of what is easiest is a day one, and days one build transformed lives. It's going to take time, but that's okay, because what you're building isn't small, it isn't shallow. It's something that will last, something that truly matters. You are creating a new version of yourself, and that doesn't happen overnight. Transformation demands time, effort, and commitment. But above all, it requires faith. Faith in the process. Faith in yourself. When exhaustion hits, remember why you started. When it feels like everything's too slow, remember, slow is still forward, and every step counts. You've already overcome so much to get here. You've survived days you thought would break you. Now is not the time to give up. The road is long, but you're heading in the right direction. And if you keep going with patience and courage, time will deliver everything you deserve. So breathe, reconnect, and keep moving. Because yes, it's going to take time, but it will be worth it. If this video helped you in any way, let me know in the comments what part hit you the hardest. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to The Shifted Self. Your future begins with what you choose to do right now. And if you've made it this far, your transformation has already begun.